Hello, hello. I hope we are live right now. For those of you who are with us, please make some noise. Let us know you are here. Oh, we are live. Let's see the chat, guys. Hey guys, hope you are all here. For those of you who just joined, let us know if you can hear my voice properly. And for those of you who will be watching this live presentation um, after posted, please go ahead and move forward, like maybe around 5 to 10 minutes, depending on what like who's here. So I hope you guys all are fine and you can actually hear me. I am trying to see if my voice can be heard. One sec. Okay, yeah, so it is working. So let's see who we got in the chat. First of all, thank you for joining. Hey Freda, hey Alexa. If there's anyone else, please let us know who you are, where you are joining us from. And yeah, guys, on this episode, slash live presentation, I am going to be doing a live video presentation about Azerbaijan in general. This is a presentation that I made a while ago, and I have never shared it publicly. On YouTube. So, and the presentation, the name of this presentation is called. The name of this presentation is called what makes Azerbaijan special. In general, the presentation is about what is Azerbaijan, where the country is located, and what kind of some brief information about Azerbaijan. It's going to be about the geography, some things about the food, and some travel destinations and parts of Azerbaijan which you guys maybe would like to or interested in learning about. So I will go ahead and start the live video. But before we get started to our live, I just wanted to share the private Azeri classes private Azeri lessons, that me and a partner of mine who is offering for you guys, who is interested in stepping up, upgrading, in other words, their Azerbaijani language and cultural knowledge. I think this is the perfect time, and we are here to serve all of you. I'll be linking here in the chat the questionnaire, which is made by me. So you guys go ahead and fill it out if you feel like you are serious about learning your stepping up your Azerbaijani game and trying to learn more. I'm here to help you out, and please go ahead and fill out the questionnaire. And after that we can get started with our live chat, live presentation. I'm gonna be putting the questionnaire here. So let's see. It should be this one, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go to Bitly, and we will be copying this link here, pasting here, and writing private Azeri, no, apply for private Azeri classes. Apply for private Azeri classes, and paste. So guys, for those of you, as I said, who just joined recently, this is the link for the private Azeri classes. And without losing time, we will get started with our presentation. For those of you who just joined, please let us know if you guys, who you are, where you're joining from, and we will soon start out with our presentations. Let's wait for a bit, like for a few seconds, and see who is here, and we will get started soon. I will put myself here, and then I will open the presentation, and we'll get started with this soon. So guys, as I said, this is the presentation that I created a while ago. I have obviously updated some new information, and this is a presentation that I made at my university, in Tartu University in Estonia, when we organized the first Azerbaijani cultural evening, which was amazing. We had like over 100 people who attended from all around the world, which was amazing. Shout out to all of you guys, if there's anyone going to be watching live. So thanks for coming at that time. I think we organized it in 2015 or 16, something like that, but obviously I have updated the information on this presentation. We have more things to go. To start with the presentation, we will go with the name of Azerbaijan, which is called Land of Fire. So to start with, why do Azerbaijan is called Land of Fire? It's basically the slogan of the country, and we basically, Azerbaijan has this like natural, gas and basically, let's say, fire resources inside of the country. So this is something that Azerbaijan is really famous for. There's even this location called Yanardagh, where people are going and visiting this place. It's not a holy place. It's just like one of the most touristic places, which is outside of Baku. If you have never been there, I have also included Yanardagh in the presentation as well. So we have some juicy information that we are going to be sharing with y'all soon. So without losing time, hello to all 5 people who are currently watching us and live. Let's start with the presentation of Azerbaijan. What makes it special? So to start with, where is actually Azerbaijan located in? So Azerbaijan is a country which is based for me, and there are like a lot of like not a myth but a lot of like geographical information that you would find that Azerbaijan is based in Europe. Some people are saying Azerbaijan is located in Asia, but Azerbaijan is a country. This is the map of Europe, and for some people, they consider that Azerbaijan is the last country in the Eastern Europe. And for some people, they say that it's in Middle East. Some people say that it's in Western Asia. But as Azerbaijan has been trying to get much closer to the Europe and trying to integrate to Europe in the last, let's say, decade, I would consider Azerbaijan as an European country. And Azerbaijan is located right near the Caspian Sea, and the borders of Azerbaijan includes, in the north, there's Russia, and in the south, there are going to be Iran, and on the east, you will be seeing the world's biggest lake slash Caspian Sea, and on the west there is Armenia and Turkey with tiny border for 15 kilometers, and in the northwest of Azerbaijan there's Georgia, and in the north you will find the world's largest country, Russian Federation. Azerbaijan's capital is called Baku. For those of you who is seeing Azerbaijan's map for the first time, it's basically for most of the people, even for me too, a lot of people say that it looks like a flying bird, and basically you can see these two sides are birds like wings, and this is like the lower part, and this is the head of the bird, which is called, like, let's say, bird peak. The capital is Baku, and the second biggest city is called Ganja. Some people are going to be laughing. So, and in the north, and then the third biggest city is called Sumgait, which is right near Baku. So let's go to and explore the national symbols of Azerbaijan. The national symbols of Azerbaijan include, obviously, the flag, tri-colored flag, which is blue, red, and green colors, and you will have small half moon and eight-sided or eight-cornered, let's say, star you will hear, and this you will see, and this is the coat of arms of Azerbaijan. So there are a lot of different like meanings to the how Azerbaijan's flag is describing what is it actually having, what kind of meaning it has behind. Basically, according to I'm going to be sharing the most popular options. So to start with the blue color, it is coming from the Turkic heritage of Azerbaijan. This is basically that's coming from many decades. Red represents the blood and the independence of the people who has died for the independence of the country, and green, for some people it's mentioned that it is representing the religion, but all in all, Azerbaijan, on paper, you will have there are more Muslim people in Azerbaijan who's living there, but there are variety of different religions in Azerbaijan, including Orthodox Christians and a lot of Jewish people who are living in Azerbaijan in a happy way, let's say. And that's why Azerbaijan is known as mixed country in terms of religions. So you will not find a real specific. I mean, obviously, number of people who are considered as Muslim are more on paper, and they are actually known as culturally religious people. So they don't actually practice the religion. So it's more of they're just on the word like that, But anyways, moving on to the next thing, it's our coat of arms, and let's move to the next slide. The population of Azerbaijan is in the country, in the Republic of Azerbaijan. There are over 10 million people, and the number is obviously is increasing in last decade, and right now we have 10 million people, and all around the world there should be over 30 million Azeri people living. The main the main majority obviously is going to be in Iran, as it's a neighbor country, and Azerbaijan used to before the Azerbaijan's independence, we're talking about like 100-200 years ago, Azerbaijan was part of the empire called Safavid, where which included like current northern part of Iran, Azerbaijan, and some regions in southern part of Russia, and on the western side there are like western part of Azerbaijan as well. So all in all, altogether, there used to be Azeri people living all around this specific region, and that's why there are more than, I believe, like 15-20 million people living in Iran who are Azeris, and they speak the same language as we do in Azerbaijan. And there are obviously Azeri people living, let's say, in Russia. I think there should be over like 3-4 million people in Turkey, Ukraine, Belarus, in the United States. To my knowledge, there should be, these are the like top geos where the Azerbaijani people, or Azeri people that you want to say, are located in. And by the way, guys, if you have any specific questions while I am doing the presentation, please go ahead and drop it here, and I would be glad to answer your questions as well as I'm going through the presentation. So if you don't have it, just continue listening. And yeah, if you just joined, I am currently doing a live video about Azerbaijan. The title of the presentation, I mean the YouTube video, I named it What is Special About Azerbaijan. I'm basically sharing information about what is Azerbaijan, where it is, and how do, like, we'll also talk about some cultural things here. Official language of Azerbaijan is considered as Azeri or Azerbaijani, which is based on the Latin alphabet. And for those of you who has been watching me, you guys know that, like, have seen the alphabet most probably. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and check my Learn Azerbaijani playlist, and you can see the alphabet there as well and how it looks like. So we are using a Latin alphabet, and we don't use Cyrillic alphabet anymore, for those of you who might be wondering. So yeah, official language Azeri or Azerbaijani. Moving on to the next slide. This is actually a slide that I added while I was living back in the United States. I used to live in the state of Nebraska, and this is one of the Midwestern states of United States, as you can see here. So I tried to fit Azerbaijan into the US map to give an idea, at least to the people who are based in the United States, to have an idea, especially people in Nebraska, how small actually Azerbaijan is near United States. Although we have like 10 million people, all in all, Azerbaijan is not even at the same size of Nebraska. So it is a small country, but I always say that, like, small country, but with people with big hearts. So yeah, this is how Azerbaijan looks like on a US map, just to have a general idea. And moving on to the next slide, the currency of Azerbaijan is including €1 is equal to 1.86 AZN, which is Azerbaijani manat. And the currency used to be way more, much stronger, and until 2015, when the oil prices, the petrol prices dropped down. But before that, it was like €1 was equal to 1 manat. So that was a pretty good deal. And even at some point, the Azerbaijani manat was much stronger than the US dollars. But obviously, after what happened with the oil prices went down, this is the current situation, how the Azeri currency is looking like. €1 is equal to 1.86 AZN in a short abbreviated terms, or the Azeri manat that you would be looking for. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different options for the paper currency. We have 1 manat, 5 manat, 10, 20, 50, and 100. And when it comes to the coins, well, in English, let's say the cents, we would be calling it gapik. We have 1 gapik, 3, 5, 10, and 20 gapiks, and 50 gapiks, which actually pretty looks like a €2, you know. I don't know. Actually, I heard like some stories. I don't know if it's real or I've never tried in my life. But as this 50 gapik looks like €2, some people, I think it's even the same size. Some people, and the same shape, the same size. Some people actually tried it, this 50 cent, like 50 gapi, in some European countries as €2, and I think it actually worked out. So it was kind of funny to hear what was going on, but supposedly it has been working, but I have never tried. So talking about a bit history of Azerbaijan in 1918, Mehmed Emin Rasulzada founded the first democratic republic in the east, and called it Azerbaijan Democratic Republic. And this country, or let's say the state, was independent for just only less than 2 years, as you can see here, like 1918 to 1920. But yeah, after that, Azerbaijan was under the Russian occupation until 1991. So that was a pretty long time that Azerbaijan went under the Russian Empire, and all these like Soviet Union stuff, like issues happened there. So I wouldn't say Azerbaijan got Russianized, if it's the word, but I mean definitely Russia in general had a huge impact and influence on Azerbaijan in terms of the culture-wise and the language-wise. But obviously, right now, if you would be asking me like how a typical Azerbaijani person would be looking like culturally, it's literally a mixture of everything, you know. Like I cannot like specifically point out to a specific nation and say that yes, we do look like specifically like, I mean culturally, that's what I'm talking. We look like specifically to this I don't know, nation. But yeah, I mean Azerbaijan had a lot of like mixture, let's say, from the history, from the, you know, let's say we had some ties to Turkey, to Russia, to Iran. Like so it's kind of like a mixture of everything in one like shape or form. Moving on to the next slide, Azerbaijan is a presidential republic right now, and the date of independence came in October 18 in 1991, as I said, after the collapse of Soviet Union. And this is the picture of Baku, how it would be looking like right now. But obviously I will show you more pictures in moving on to the next slides. So just to give a brief information, Azerbaijan is a presidential republic, and the date of independence is October 18, 1991. So yeah, by the way guys, for those of you who just joined recently, hello to all of you. Let us know where you're joining us from, who you are, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below in the live chat, and I will be glad to assist you or help and answer any questions that you guys have. Moving on, some interesting facts about Azerbaijan that we collected, and let's get started with did you know about Azerbaijan questions. I mean the statements, the points. The first opera was composed in 1908, and in Azerbaijan the first theater was played in 1873, which is also an interesting fact. In early 20th century, the first offshore oil well drilled in Balakhana in the world history. This is also something to consider about Azerbaijan, as if you guys don't know about Azerbaijan, Azerbaijan is an oil-based economy. Obviously, I would say, let's say 80-85% of the country's economy is based on oil, petroleum resources. So this is something that Azerbaijan is mostly known for. And after that, you can, let's say, consider another agricultural products like cotton or silk. Is something that is coming like after the oil production, but obviously oil is something that Azerbaijan is extremely famous for. Moving on to the next slide, the first carpet museum opened in Azerbaijan and also it was the first carpet museum in the world, and that's how it looks like. I don't know how much you guys know in general about Azerbaijan. Carpets are something that's specifically unique to Azerbaijan, and people have, like, if you go to any traditional, let's say, family house that you would visit, you will have typical carpets like hanging on the walls or in the on the floor. So people really care about their like carpets, especially at their houses. So that's is if you are, let's say, or if you would be let's say going to Azerbaijan and you want to get something really specific or special from Azerbaijan, apart from, like, let's say, magnets for the for your refrigerator, carpet, like small carpet souvenirs are something that is specifically popular in Azerbaijan, so you can give it to someone as a small gift. So this is how the carpets would be looking like. You will, as you can see, that there are like a lot of different patterns that goes inside, and each even region in Azerbaijan has their own specific carpet texture, the patterns, and the Azerbaijan could be a small country compared to the States and in USA, sorry, but there are a lot of like things that goes inside, and it's pretty damn cool, guys. So if you guys are into this whole carpet industry, you should go and definitely check out Azerbaijan. And this is how the carpet museum from outside looks like. It basically like describes, or like, at least to me, as you can see, it is a rolled carpet. And I don't know how many years they actually spent on like preparing all this like architecture in the building, but to me it looks super cool, and it looks like carpet museum needs to look like a carpet, so it is something that is worth to check out. And this place is located at the boulevard of Baku, which is the capital of Azerbaijan, as I said. And you can enter to this place almost every day. I don't know if they're working right now, but during the week you can go anytime and visit this place. You don't need any specific permission or something, so it's like a public museum. So yeah, moving on to the next interesting fact. I think this is kind of outdated right now, but Azerbaijan actually used to have the world's biggest KFC, which was in the pretty close to the city center, and it was like, I think it was 3 floors. This is the first, second, and third floor. It was right near the İrem station, which is like pretty close to the city center, one of the main, let's say, central streets of Azerbaijan, where the metro station is at. And yeah, so this is just an interesting fact. I don't know, for those of you guys who are loving Kentucky Fried Chicken, I think this could be your place to go, but I don't know if they're working right now or not. And the tea culture of Azerbaijan, guys, this is something that is extremely, that I am in love with. Azerbaijan is, apart from the land of fire, all these like slogan that you would know, realistically for me, tea is something that represents the real Azeri people. I mean, obviously you will not find like every person drinking tea in Azerbaijan, but for those of them who are actually drinking, they drink a lot of tea. And the tea of Azerbaijan is not that a typical tea that you would guess, like that we would get in another like European country. This is something special. It's more, at least for me, more of a light tea that is not like it's not like super bitter that you would find in a Turkish tea or something. You know, like if you drink this tea, it's kind of like an addiction. You want to drink more and more and more. Like I think average Azeri drinks like 4 to 5 cups of a tea per day, and the people in Azerbaijan drink this tea with different kind of like homemade jams, especially those like homemade jams by your grandmas are super famous. People like to drink it with a lemon, especially in the winter season. Like people, all these grandmas and mamas are preparing this homemade jams, let's say from watermelon, from melon, raspberry, strawberry, and they just mix they don't mix them up. Obviously, they do like separate jams for each, tea session, let's say. So they prepare it for a really long time, and when it comes to the winter season, they just open it up and boom, you have the tea and tea tables. So this is armudu style cup, and basically what armud means, armudu is an adjective here, and armud actually means a pear, the fruit, and this is basically the shape of the cup looks like that, so that's why they're calling it armudu style cup. So it's like pear shaped cup basically. As you can see, this tea is not like super dark, it's kind of like a mid light tea that people like to enjoy while they're having their Azeri teas. And this is how it looks like, and tea houses and tables. So as I said, guys, like tea culture is extremely huge, and you guys have here, here you guys have the all these let's say dry fruits. You have like almonds and walnuts and like just normal hazelnuts, and you will be having some marmalade here, and these are the homemade jams that I was talking before. I'm not sure what fruits these are, but I mean, as I said, they're all homemade and pretty damn tasty. And yeah, this is how a typical tea table in Azerbaijan would be looking like. And Nadine is saying armudu stakan. Yes, it is armudu stakan. So it's like basically stakan means cup in Azerbaijani. So this is something that we are known for. The next food, the food that most of you guys probably are interested in, at least like for those of you who are vegetarian. I will start, I think, mainly with the meat related food. So I'm really sorry before I start the food section. If you are not interested in like a lot of meat products, you don't have to watch this specific part. You can skip it and come back later. But for those of you who are into the meat products, Azeri kitchen is one of the delicious ones, I would say. But at the same time, there are also a lot of vegetarian options that you can consider. There are several soup types that I can highly recommend, such as mercimek supu or dovra, which is another type of famous soup. It's like a cold soup that you would be looking for. Or there's another food called kuku. This is not soup. This is like a normal main dish that you can have it. It's like a green dish, let's say, that you can also check. It's called kuku. It's like kuku. Pretty simple. And the soups that I mentioned, like a dora or mercimek supu, could be your go-tos, but there are obviously much more than this. But I just right now, from the top of my head, I can remember those three for you guys. Moving on to the food, obviously the first thing whenever somebody says about Azerbaijan, I would be, or someone else from Azerbaijan would be talking about dolma. Dolma is basically prepared. There are two versions of dolma. This is the smaller version, and there are bigger version. Basically, dolma is made by a minced meat of a beef mainly. If I'm not wrong, it could be, I'm not sure if it was lamb or beef. I think it was a beef. And you put the minced meat in the grape leaves. These are the leaves from grape, and then you cook them all together. And once it's ready, you will have it with the, let's say, yogurt or some, let's say, sour cream. And this is basically how it's served. Not my most favorite dish, but I mean, a lot of people love it, and it's a super traditional, food. So why not to give it a shot to dolma? This is how it looks like. The next food is going to be obviously plov or ash that you would be seeing. Azeri plov is something a bit different than you would find in typical rices. You would have a lot of vegetables here, and as you can see, some meat, and also a lot of dry fruits that goes inside of it. I think this should be onions, or how do you say, shoot, I forgot the word for I remember in Spanish, but I don't remember the word in English. It's called ajo. For those of you who are any Spanish speakers out there, let me know what ajo is in English. Garlic. I just remembered. So yeah, I think it should be a garlic. But yeah, so it's like basically the rice with vegetables and meat and garlic or onions there. But yeah, this is how the plov is looking like in Azerbaijan. Moving on, this is basically the this is called lavangi, and here it's served with the vegetables, tomatoes, and tomatoes, cucumbers, and these should be the eggplants. Basically, they put the meat inside, and I'm not sure if what is the name of this product here, ingredient here, but this is all in all, in general, the whole meal is called lavangi, and these are the vegetables that it's served with. And this should be really famous kompot, which is basically like a fresh juice that you would that our grandmas are making it during the winter time for the summer. So they have like this huge, like, large jars, and it's basically like a sweet juice, and but it's a really natural one and pretty refreshing during the summertime that you guys enjoy almost every food with in Azerbaijan. Moving on, this is my freaking favorite sweet, which is, I can talk about hours and hours and hours about this sweet. It's called baklava. Baklava is something that I live currently in Estonia, and there are a lot of like Azeri restaurants here. Obviously, this is something that you would have it after your post main dish meal, like with your tea. This is something specific and super tasty and delicious food that you would find and eat it during the Nowruz holiday, which is the biggest holiday in Azerbaijan. Nowruz, I think I will be talking about the Nowruz in the holidays section. If not, I can also just give a small information about Nowruz. It's basically coming from I don't know if you guys know, during the like centuries ago, before let's say Islam and Christianity in Azerbaijan, the main religion was Zoroastrianism. People were believing in fire, and then Christianity came, and then Islam came. So it was like a mixture of different religions. But this is coming from those specific times when the Zoroastrianism was a thing, and then this is basically like how the Nowruz holiday started to become a thing. But yeah, this is baklava that is inspired and cooked during the Nowruz holiday. So old dirty, love Azerbaijan, and Azerbaijan loves you back, hopefully. Thanks for joining in. So guys, as I said, for those of you who just recently tuned in, I am doing a live presentation about Azerbaijan, sharing about the culture, about the food, I'm also going to be talking about some places to visit in Azerbaijan and some holidays, most probably. But so far we have talked about the geography a bit, some history, and we are moving on slowly to different topics. And for those of you who has any questions, please let me know in the chat section down below so I can answer it, and we can move on to the next topics. And this, oh my god, I love this. This is called gutab in Azeri. It's basically, you can have this is a kırmızı gutab, which means red gutab, and this is a green yashil gutab. So here you can eat, it's basically like lavash, and it's like we call it like lavash, which is you put inside different meat types, and this is on the red one. On the green one you put like some greeneries, greens, and then cook it from there. And they are usually in a smaller sizes, so you can have like a lot of portions. These are one of the also go-to foods, especially you can find them near like when you're going on the beach, let's say, you would have like some. It's not a snack, but it's like legit food people actually like to eat. And this is one of my most favorite foods. It's called gutap. So for those of you who ever goes to Azerbaijan, please go and taste these foods that I have mentioned previously, and gutap should be one of them. Moving on to the next, and also my most favorite soup, which is called dushbara. And dushbara, to my knowledge, is coming from the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan, which is in the southwestern part of Azerbaijan and occupied currently by Armenia. So unfortunately, we can go to many of the those cities that are currently occupied. My some part of my family is from there, and this is something that they always usually cook during the winter time. It's one of the go-to foods, the soups that you would be eating during the winter. Shout out to all the grandmas who are capable of cooking this. It's basically in Europe, like you would be having like especially Eastern Europe. There's this food called like pelmenes, so they are pretty like famous for that. Like for pelmenes, it looks like pelmeni but way different, much smaller version. I mean, in terms of like the size of the dumplings, you know, but they're pretty damn tasty, guys, and also one of the best healing foods that you would be having during the winter time if you are sick or something. So you guys should test it out. Old Dirty again is saying Dovra is the best. Yeah, I do actually like Dovra. It's also one of my favorite cold soups to go to, but to be honest, I haven't had Dovra for a really long time, so I would like to actually taste it sometime, hopefully soon. But yeah, guys, I right now will give a small break for a minute or something. So for those of you guys who are I don't know, wanna go to a bathroom break, or I don't know, get a tea, a coffee, whatever, and join us, feel free to do that. I will go get a small coffee, prepare a small coffee for myself, and we will be back in a minute or something. Well, hello, guys. Hope you are all made it back. I just got my coffee with my fancy schmancy cup, the boss. So, I hope you guys are enjoying the presentation so far. Please let me know in the comment section below in the chat how it's been going. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'd be glad to answer it. And yeah, let's move on with our slides. So yeah, we are already outside of the food section. For those of you who are gonna be asking, oh my god, is that the only food that you guys have? So no, the answer is no. We have actually more, obviously, but it's just like these were the ones that came to top of my head, so I just added them in this presentation. But there's like, you can definitely go and check on in internet. There are like so many like Azeri food recipes that you would like, recipes that you guys would love to try it out. You can also try cooking at home and hopefully do some good food, you know. But yeah, now we are talking about the recent events that happened in Azerbaijan recently. Wow. So the first one is going to be Eurovision 2012 song contest, which was huge. Eurovision is basically a European song contest that is happening every year. I don't know if it's going to be happening this year. I think it's canceled due to the coronavirus, unfortunately. But this was something that gave a lot of huge exposure to Azerbaijan in the last, let's say, 10 years. I believe Azerbaijan started attending this, Eurovision Song Contest in 2008. So it's been like, I think 12 years already. Azerbaijan has been is represented there every year. And this in 2011, Azerbaijan won it. I don't know how many countries were there. I believe like 30 to 40 countries, and Azerbaijan was the first from this song contest. And in 2012, Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, had an honor to host this event, and it was huge. They even built this place called Crystal Hall in the middle of the sea, in the Caspian Sea, just specifically for this event. And that's how it looks like from inside the Eurovision Song Contest hall. Baku 2015 European Games. So I can actually go ahead and kind of make myself a bit bigger on the slides. Well, hello. But yeah, so Baku 2015 European Games, it's basically like the Olympics, but in a European level. This is something Azerbaijan, I think, started as a first host in Baku 2015, and then I think they moved it to Belarus, who was the next country which was doing this event. But Baku 2015 was pretty important event in our history, I believe, after Eurovision. So there were like a lot of like sportsmen came and attended. It was basically, like, as I said, Olympics of Europe. So, and that was the fireworks that happened after the event. And that's how Baku looks like from the Caspian Sea boulevard. And these are the flame towers, and this is how Baku looks like during the night, And this is the TV tower. And that's how the medals of Baku 2015, the European Games, the medals looked like. This is the golden medal. And yeah, UEFA Euro 2020. As a big, huge football fan, I am pretty sad that this Euro 2020, I believe it's not going to be happening. And Azerbaijan was one of the hosts to host this event. Obviously not every game, but I think there should be 4 games that would be happening in Azerbaijan, the group matches, but unfortunately it did not go through. So hashtag freak you coronavirus. So, but yeah, This is for the football fans. UEFA 2020 was also one of the main events that would be happening in Azerbaijan. Wrestling is, and this is basically about the sports, like what kind of sports Azerbaijan is famous for. This guy's name is Rasul Chunayev, if I'm not mistaken. He's one of the most famous wrestlers in Azerbaijan. So wrestling in Azerbaijan, I wouldn't say that Azerbaijan is known for the team sports, to be honest, apart from the volleyball, which I believe compared to the other team sports is a bit like a step ahead, like a bit in a much better position. Although the most, I would say, favorite sport for the people would be probably football, but obviously Azerbaijani teams, I mean, I would be talking about the national team, which is not performing really good, but I mean, compared to the, let's say, football clubs, Azerbaijani national team is way weaker, but we have like football teams like Neftchi Baku or Karabakh, or let's say Sumgait or Gabala, like teams like this who are trying to play in the Champions League or in European League. And this is about the wrestling, and wrestling is something that Azerbaijan is also famous for. And I would say, I don't know if it's a thing in Azeri too, but in Turkish, like they say that like wrestling is their like father sport or something like that. But I believe we also do have something like that. Wrestling is something that Azerbaijani people is proud of. So chess is the second. Well, it's not like a second most important game, like let's say sport. I mean, this is more of like a brain, logical game. But obviously, recently in the last, let's say, 5 years, Azerbaijani chess players have been doing pretty well in international arenas. So chess, that is also one of the most popular sports. Obviously, some people are hesitating if chess is a sport or not. I mean, I believe it is. So chess is something that we guys Azerbaijan is also known for. Judo is another type of individual sport that Azeri sportsmen are mainly good at. Obviously, in Olympic Games and all these European games, you would have for Azerbaijan, if they get like let's say any medals, mainly it's either coming from karate, judo, wrestling, or boxing. These are the main like individual sports that you would see most Azeri players at. Or gymnastics is also getting slowly bigger in Azerbaijan, I believe. So yeah, I mean, a lot of like new individual sports are actually getting popular slowly. So, and now the most important part is the regions of Azerbaijan. Obviously, we will start with the Baku, which is the capital city and known as a city of wind. As in Azerbaijan, sorry, not in Azerbaijan. In Baku, you would have always windy days, non-stop happening. So this is something that Baku is known for, and this is one of my most favorite pictures of Baku during the night. And as you can see here, the flame towers and the Caspian Sea here, especially in the night. And this is the Crystal Hall, guys, that I was talking about. Where the Eurovision actually happened, and as I said, like they built this whole thing in the middle of the sea, which was crazy. I don't know like how long it took them to do that, but I don't think that they actually had that much time, but they eventually organized it in a perfect way. So props to the people who built this thing. But yeah, as you can see, Baku is like known as a night city, and it's something that you would see like every night, like all these like city like lighting up. And this is the flame towers. I think this should be right now the highest point of Baku. These are like hotels, business centers, and they just change their colors like every evening to different patterns, but this time it was the flag of Azerbaijan. So this is the central street called Targovy, and this is how Baku looks like from outside. Another photo of Baku near the Caspian Sea. This is the TV tower, the flag square, the flame towers again, and if I'm not mistaken, this should be where the government building is. And again, another photo. This is Baku Eye. I've been here. Wouldn't really necessarily recommend for people to just go here. I mean, obviously you can just walk around the boulevard. I mean, this is basically the view of the boulevard and the sea. I mean, nothing too crazy, but I mean, if you guys are interested, why not to give it a shot, right? Maiden Tower. This is one of the oldest buildings, let's say, Azerbaijan. I mean, in Baku we still have. It's from the 12th century. There used to be it was the palace of the king, and it's where he used to live with his family. And this Maiden Tower used to be inside of the water in the sea, basically. But obviously, by the time passed, all this climate change, global warming, the city started going to the opposite direction, and this place became dry, and now it's on the other side of the boulevard. I mean, I believe there should be like 40-50 meters from the sea. And this is called Maiden Tower from 12th century, and you can go to the top and see the city from there as well. And this is Ichari Shahar, in other words, inner city / old town, and there are still houses here. And this is the Shirvanshahlar Palace, or Shirvanshah Palace, which also, if I'm not mistaken, should be from 12th, 13th century. You will, when you go inside, you will see a lot of old architecture, the bathrooms and the rooms of the local residents, and these are the cat the how do you say that, the old town's doors, the fences here. There are still people living in this area. So it's a pretty cool area. I love Old Town, just to walk down in the streets, and and you can also get to know the real Bakuvians, that's the word, who are living still there, which is pretty awesome. So for those of you guys who just joined recently, you can type in the live comments section below and let us know what kind of questions do you want me to answer, or who you are and where you are joining us from. Moving on to the second biggest city, which is called Ganja. And it's not a weed, guys. It's not a weed city for those of you guys who are going to be excited about that. But I know in English it sounds pretty funny. But this is the second biggest city of Azerbaijan, called Ganja. I don't know what is the whole story behind the city Ganja, but mainly this city is connected to the famous poet / writer called Nizami, because his last name was Ganjavi, which means that from Ganja. So a lot of people connect this famous poet and with this city. So I believe a lot of things are related to him and to his life in this city. Gögöl, Blue Lake, and other main spots for Azeri people to visit, especially during the summer. Really beautiful place. They reopened this location, I think 2 years ago again. There was a lot of cleaning going on, and now it should be super pretty down there. I haven't been in Gögöl. I don't even know if I have ever been there before, but it's one of the most visited and touristic places, as it's right near the Ganja city, which is the second biggest city in Azerbaijan after Baku. Lankaran, this is the southern part of Azerbaijan, also one of the biggest city. I think it's the fourth biggest city in Azerbaijan. This city is known for the tea production. As I said, Azerbaijani people known for drinking shit ton of tea every day, including me, although I'm right now having a coffee. But this is basically where the whole tea production is happening in Azerbaijan. The southern part of Azerbaijan is growing the, let's say, citrus fruits, and the tea production is happening there. So it's pretty big down there. For those of you who is interested in how actually the tea or tea plantations is made or happening, you guys can go out there and check the city of Lankaran and get to know them better. And also, I don't know if I mentioned in the beginning of the video, probably I didn't, Azerbaijan, like, although the main language is Azeri, like in each section, in each different part of Azerbaijan, especially let's say I'm talking about northern part or southern. This is a southern city. They have their own, like, there are a lot of minorities in Azerbaijan living, and they have their own language. For example, this location, Lankaran, is in the southern part of Azerbaijan, and the people who live there is called like Talush people, Talish in English, like that's how we would say, and they have their own language, guys, and it is obviously I think they're using Latin alphabet, and their alphabet, I mean theirs are like language is kind of similar to Persian, and I don't know to what else, but they, like, if they speak like between each other, I wouldn't understand literally anything. The same goes with the people who live in the north. Like, there's a city called Guba. I think I will be coming there slowly. They have their own language. Also in the northwestern part of Azerbaijan, they have their own language, like all these minorities. So it's just like really, like, it's impossible to understand them. Like, they speak in totally different language that you wouldn't even guess. So interesting facts. Naftalan, this is where the oil bath is happening. I know that for those of you, there are a lot of people who has like internal issues with their, let's say, lungs or kidneys, and like in English, in Azeri you would say like rheumatism. I think it's the same word in Russian. You know, this kind of issues, oil bath, for some people it looks kind of weird, but this is something that Azeri people, not only Azeri people, like people from all around the world come to get a treatment. If you guys are interested in what an oil bath is, go on the Google and check it out. Oil bath, Azerbaijan, and the name of the city is called Naftalan, as I said. Well, Naftalan is coming from the word neft, which means oil or petroleum, so something really unique to Azerbaijan. To check it out. Nakhchivan, this is the city in the southwestern part of Azerbaijan, and it is that it's basically not connected to Azerbaijan. It's like another, let's say, it's not another country, obviously, it's another city, like a region of Azerbaijan, which is not connected to Azerbaijan through the land. They're separate, but they are obviously part of Azerbaijan. I have never ever been to Nakhchivan, and apparently this specific place, I don't remember what was the name of this place on top of my head right now, but this island is basically, they say that it has like a magnet, and every year like this island moves like 1 centimeter or something to the left or to the right. So yeah, the next city on our list is going to be Lerik. Lerik is also known, pretty famous for its famous nature. The city is located in the also southern part of Azerbaijan, near the city called Lankaran, but this is Lerik, and they have a lot of forests, and they are based also, they're a mountainous city located in the Talish mountains, this minority previously I was talking about. And they also, I mean, there's a mountains called also Talush Mountains, which is coming from that minority, and the mountains is for their, let's say, name. And this is Lerik, really good nature. I really enjoy being there. Pretty suitable location to go and do some camping in the mountains if you guys are interested. Shahdagh. This is the northern part of Azerbaijan, and also my most favorite part of Azerbaijan, to be honest. I mean, I'm not gonna be, I don't like dividing the Azerbaijan into parts, but I'm originally from the western part of Azerbaijan, but this is the northern part of Azerbaijan. Shahdagh has the, not specifically Shahdagh, but that region in general has the highest point of, you know, the peak, the mountain in the whole country. People go here for skiing. You know, people, especially like the locals from this specific region, are like extremely hospitable. You know, and they're just like way different, you know, like the way they interact with you. They are not like typical, we call them like, let's say, typical city people, you know, like capital people that you would meet. So definitely one of my favorite regions, Shahtar, you know, the northern part of Azerbaijan, and also for ski lovers, like this place is almost open like the whole winter, and there's always snow there, and perfect place for going for skiing. Nabran is also in the kind of like northeastern part of the country, and people go here mainly for the, you know, summer activities. For, let's say, they have like this big aqua park there, and then people usually go there during the, I don't know, June, July, August times to enjoy the some summer and enjoy this aqua park and slides and everything down there. This is also, I'm not mistaken, it should be also in Nabran, which is located right near the Caspian Sea. And you know, people go here during the summer as well to go to the beach and enjoy some nice sun, which is like, I don't know, 35-40 degrees when it gets like super warm down there. But yeah, moving on to the next location, we can see the Yanardağ, which is called Burning Mountain. And this was the place I actually started talking in the beginning. So I mentioned this land of fire, this slogan, all these like natural gas like coming out of these rocks. So this was the also like another touristic location that people get to go while they visit Azerbaijan. Mud volcanoes. This is the location, which is based right near, like, I would say like 40 minutes drive from Baku, and the place is called Gobustan. And I don't know if I have included that in my presentation, but mud volcanoes is it's basically a typical volcano, but instead of mud, there's instead of lava, basically they're going to be mud instead. So people get to go there mostly during the summer times. You can even jump inside of the mud volcano, which I've never ever tried in my life. Kind of looks scary, but some people have just like tried to get in, and they say that it actually helps for your skin and stuff. Don't know how correct it is, but apparently it has worked for many people, so why not to give it a shot, right? Moving on, Neftaşları, City of Oil Rocks, so this is basically the city built on the sea, and this is mainly for the oil workers who are based in, they have their own, let's say, schools there, police station, I don't know, grocery shops there. It's basically like a city, but only for the oil workers and their families. I don't know how often they actually come back to Baku, but usually they live there, and you know, it's totally like another like isolated city that is built inside of the Caspian Sea, on the Caspian Sea, sorry. The next city we have on the list is Shaki. This city is known for their jokes in Azerbaijan. Even we have like this saying in Azerbaijan, like all these like jokes of Azerbaijan, at least to my knowledge, are mainly coming from Shaki, like, and the people from there are so different in terms of like they're super positive and they're always smiling, you know, and it's something that's super unique to this specific region and especially to this city. We used to have like a family friend living down there. I think they still live there, and almost like every summer we used to visit them. And perfect place, great nature, and amazing people, guys. Like I believe like northern west part of Azerbaijan is like so positive in terms of like that hospitality, that I would recommend everybody to go and visit that places and get to know the, like, you know, local people. And this is the Khan Sarai, which is basically the palace of Khan, like the king, who used to live in this palace, and I believe this is from 15th century. And they are saying that all these like patterns that you can see on this building, they didn't use any nails or hammers. They did it by hand. It's all like handcraft, and they built it in a really long period of time. And they in the yard, I don't know if you can see here, like these trees. They have like two trees on the left and one on the right side. It's basically I think the oldest trees that they have in the city. They have like over 100 years old, or I don't know, 100 or it was 500 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, and they're located in the Khan Sarai, in the palace, in the yard. So definitely recommended place. Totally different vibes inside, and it's huge. And go check it out when you go to Shaki, and enjoy the jokes of Shaki people. It's hilarious. And this is how it looks like from inside the king's palace. As you can see, many different patterns, and it looks beautiful. Like, I mean, so many different colors, and they're all like natural. Like, they didn't use any colors, you know. They said that they used like the eggs and they colored them somehow, but the history behind about all these like king palaces is just amazing. Shusha, this is the city which is part of the Karabakh region, as I said in the beginning, which is currently under the occupation of Armenia. Unfortunately, we cannot go there when the war happened. After Azerbaijan got independence in 1991, Azerbaijan started having a war on the Karabakh region with Armenia between 91 and 94, and hundreds of people got killed and at the war, and Azerbaijan lost this region. And Shusha is like one of the most beautiful parts of Azerbaijan. Unfortunately, we cannot go there. And Karabakh region is the general region itself, which includes, I believe, 13 to 14 big cities, which is the 20% of our current territory, which is under occupation right now. So yeah, and that includes the Karabakh region. Moving on to the Gobustan, as I said, this is the place which is near Baku, like around like half an hour, 40 minutes drive. And near Gobustan, you will also find the mud volcanoes as well. And this is basically the place where the first people, according to the story, to the myth, who drew this, you know, the patterns, the pictures on the wall. Here you can see like some, you know, ship and this first people with their instruments, I mean with their like knives or woods, trying to survive. And that's pretty much about it. Azad Cave is another famous cave which is located in the Karabakh region, which unfortunately in the city of Fizuli, which we cannot currently go because it is under the Armenian occupation. And that should be where the Azad caves are located in here. As you can see, the small holes, it's basically this caves, and they found like the chin, the teeth of the first woman who lived in the Caucasus region from this specific cave. So that's something really good information to know of. Atashka, this is the place which is located in the just a bit like outside of Baku, but I believe it should go under the region of Baku. And this is the place, guys, that I mentioned about in the beginning. Currently in Azerbaijan, I believe it's a really small percentage, 0.0001% of the current population. It should be like just a couple of, like, let's say, I don't know, less than 100, 200 people of the current population in Azerbaijan are still Zoroasters. And Zoroastrianism is a religion where they believe in fire, and it's one of the oldest religions that's still like alive to this day. There are still people who are actively practicing this religion. A lot of Zoroastrians are currently based in this, like in Iran mainly, and I think also at some point they also moved several centuries ago. They also moved to on the way to India, so you will also find a lot of like Zoroastrians, like or in other words, it's called flame shippers. So yeah, and this is their temple, Ateshgah, this place. As you can see, there's like fire everywhere. This is kind of like used as a temple, but mainly this place is used as a, let's say, museum. But there are still people who are coming here to Ateshgah, to the Zoroastrians, I mean, to just to pray. Like, and these, like, as you can see, the small doors here, and they are basically the locations, like the rooms. It basically represented like how Zoroaster person's like lifestyle. It's like if you go inside, like they're like really tiny rooms, like you have to even like put your head down to enter there, and it shows like how they used to live, what kind of food they were having, and what kind of activities they were doing. It basically represents their lifestyle. Pretty interesting place, kind of different vibes that you wouldn't like get in a typical temple. So also recommended to go and check it out. And Ateshgah, Atesh in Azeri means fire, and Gah is the suffix that is made for like constructing that fire location, so which means that fireplace, like Ateshgah, and that's the temple which we have been talking about. So Zoroastrianism, really interesting, culture, interesting religion. Definitely worth this place is to check it out. So moving on, Bazar Düzü is the place that I didn't mention, but I talked when we were talking about the northern part of Azerbaijan, the Shahdagh region. Bazar Düzü is the highest point of Azerbaijan, which is 4,466 meters. I remember to this day when we were like in the school, in the geography classes, that was like one of the first things that so basically we start, I think, I don't know how it is right now, but when I was back in the school, we had the geography. I think we started in the 6th grade or 5th grade, and one of the like when we start like learning the geography, the Azerbaijan geography, the first thing that they teach us is to remember the specific number, like 4466. So it's basically the highest peak of Azerbaijan, so like everybody would know off. So like whenever, I think even I remember to this day, my geography teacher was saying that if I'm gonna wake you up when you're like sleeping at 3 or 4 a.m. in midnight, in the middle of the night, and if I ask you what is the height of the Bazar Düzü, you have to tell me. And I'm like, okay. So this is something that we needed to learn by heart, and to do till this day I still remember it. So it's like the highest peak of Azerbaijan, and people, as I said, it's in the northern part of Azerbaijan where the Shahdagh is. It's another highest point. I think it should be the second highest point of the country. So people go here for skiing and enjoying those good winter activities. The holidays, Nowruz holiday, as I already talked a lot about this holiday. This is the biggest holiday that we have in Azerbaijan, that is happening officially for a week, but mainly the main dates are 20 and 21st of March. But March in general in Azerbaijan is mainly known for like a holiday month, and for 1 week, like I believe it should be like a work, like week off for people. This is the baklava that I mentioned before. Another sweet here is shakarbura, and some colored eggs here, and some sweets. People also have this it's like basically like a grass. It's called samani, and you buy it like with the seeds, and then you start like putting water like for 1-2 weeks, and it starts growing, and you have this thing. It basically, this Nowruz holiday is basically represents the welcome. It's like a second New Year for us, and people, what usually they do is like a welcoming of New Year and having like a fresh start to the things. And it's my favorite holiday. To be honest, we have a lot of different traditions that goes under this holiday. First one is obviously the Tongal, which is in English is going to be the how you say that the bonfire. Yeah, the bonfire. We put it and then we start like jumping over this bonfire, and then basically we have the saying, we say ağırlığım uğurluğum hamısı tongalda yansın, which means that when I'm gonna be jumping over this this bonfire, I hope like all these like bad things that I had stay like getting burned in this bonfire. So I think it's something, as I said, like related to this like Zoroastrianism, and still, as you can see, like all these like some parts of the the fire, the mentality here. But I mean, it's great, and you have like a lot of people like getting together and then playing some music and then enjoying the time during the evenings, and it's just great time. And a lot of like things actually go under this Novruz holiday. I can definitely mention, for example, a lot of when we were like kids, like I don't know, like let's say 5-6 years old. We used to like get together with my friends in our neighborhood, and we had like this let's say hats, right? And we had like these boxes. We were trying to collect a lot of sweets from our neighbors. So what we were doing, we were taking our hats and going like and knocking door by door, and putting our hat in front of the door and knocking the door and going and hiding behind like something, so like nobody can see like who actually throw that hat to. Like even till to this day, like I still like enjoy. I would love to do it again just to have that like emotions back. So what we would be doing would just go behind someone's door, knock it, try to hide so they can just like put some sweets inside, or sometimes they could even like put some money, guys, which was amazing. Like we were like, oh shit, we got some free sweets, but at the same time some money too. So that was like pretty awesome. And another one, it kind of is kind of creepy ish, also like slash like it was kind of like stalking. But I'm gonna be telling the story, and I'm gonna explain like why this thing is happening during the Novruz holiday. This is another tradition that we have. So what we do basically, we go, and then usually we do it like obviously to the neighbors, but we have to kind of do it like to someone that we don't know, like we go to another totally building and we start like listening to someone's door. So what's happening there is that this holiday in general I don't think there's ever any holiday that's like that has like some negative meaning behind it, but this specific holiday is made for welcoming spring, having all these like positive vibes, like cleaning your house, having everything perfectly, nice, and decorate everything. But at the same time, from the moral perspective, it's really great, in my opinion, because this holiday is making you like get together with the people that you have had issues with, have problems to like talk and then solve the issues and have some good time while you're inside of your family, and talk some good stuff. And basically all these like we call it like kulak puskusu, which means like ear stalking. You go and then check their from their doors and then listen what they're talking inside home. It's I know it sounds really bad, but at the same time it's basically representing that some people need to speak like good things while they're at home. So and it says that if you hear something nice what they're talking inside, it means that it's gonna be it's gonna have a positive like effect on your upcoming year, and it's gonna definitely help you out and have a good year. But if somebody's talking bad things and like in some negative things or having a fight, it means that your year is also going to be screwed up, and you were not supposed to go and listen there. So it's kind of like a 50-50 chance. So people are trying to talk about good things, but I don't think a lot of people do it right now. It just like, first of all, this looks pretty creepy, and I think it was like a really old-fashioned like tradition. But this was another thing that I wanted to share. And also coloring the eggs. It's basically, as I say, like sometimes when somebody asks that, try to describe me what the Novruz holiday looks like, I always say that it's basically like Thanksgiving, like mixture of Thanksgiving with Easter and kind of New Year. Like you mix everything up and you color, like as I said, as you can see also here, we color the eggs, and then we have like this egg fights with the people, and whoever wins, like they get to do like something and stuff like that. And I think this was the longest holiday that I talked, as it's my also favorite. The next holiday is going to be Republic Day, which was on 28th of May, and this is coming from when Azerbaijan got its first independence as a democratic republic in 1918 by, as I mentioned in the history section, by Mehmed Amin Rasulzadeh. It's that's how it's known as a Republic Day, 28th of May. National Flag Day, 9th of November. This is another one. Then we have International Solidarity Day of Azeri people or Azerbaijanis, which is 31st of December. So this is basically one day before the New Year. So we and in Azerbaijan we have like this typical, like let's say calling or like messages that you would receive, that people would say that Happy New Year, no, Happy International Solidarity Day of Azerbaijanis and Happy New Year, So they always like put all these like two together, and then they just like say like something nice. It's basically I think this is the holiday that was established during the Soviet times with the purpose of like solidarity, and then getting together, like making all these Azeri people like kind of having this bond and like having this good connection between each other. So that's why I think people celebrate this thing. And as I said, it's one day before the New Year, so not a lot of people actually care about, I believe, in this holiday, because like we don't have anything specific to do. It's just like a day off, obviously, but it's just like just a holiday that's out there. But why not? Solidarity Day of Azerbaijan doesn't it sound cool? I guess it does. So moving on, and this is actually the quiz that I created. I don't know if we could do it right now, but I had basically some questions here for the people who listened. So for those of you who are here, you can try to answer it and let me know what you guys would think the correct answer is. So we can start with the first question. So you can put like drum roll. So the first question, I don't know if you guys are going to be attending actively or not, but let's give it a shot. So the first question is, how many points does the Star of Azerbaijani flag have? Answer A, 7. Answer B, 8. Answer C, 10. Answer D, 5. So for those of you who are online, who are still watching, let me know, how many points does the Star of Azerbaijani flag have? Let's see how many people will guess it right or wrong. So I will check the answers here. Let's see who we have. Let's see. I cannot see it. So Greta says 8. Freda says 8. Alexa says 8. Wow, guys, you're pretty good at this. Well done. The teacher says 8. Hello, the teacher. Wow, guys, you're actually pretty good. So well done. The answer is B, and it is correct. So moving on to the next question, we will be talking about, as I said, this was the geography question that my teacher was telling me in the middle of the night, that hey, like even if I wake you up at 4 a.m., you have to know what is the highest peak in Land of Fire / Azerbaijan. Answer A, Bazar Düzü. Answer B, Shahtagh. Answer C, Gyzyurdu. And answer D, Dubrar. For those of you who is going to find the answer And the specific number that I was saying, it was 4 digits, and 2 of them was same numbers, and the other 2 was the same numbers. So let's see who's gonna find the answer. What is the highest peak in Land of Fire? Answer A, Bazar Düzü. Answer B, Şahtaq. Answer C, Gızyurdu. Answer D, Dubrar. So let's see who can answer. So I will check it here. Let's see what we got. Oh god, where did my thing go? So let's see. Greta says Bazar Düzü. Then the next one, I'm not googling Şahtaq, just guessing. Freda said answer B. What else we have? Alexa says answer B. It B? Wait, what is B? Şahtaq? No. Guys, the answer is actually Bazar Düzü. So yeah, the answer is Bazar Düzü. The answer A, which was 4,466 meters. So that was the correct answer. But you guys tried to guess right, so respect to you on that. But I think this time Greta was the right one. So moving on to the... Actually, I can give information about the rest of them. Şahtaq, as I said, it's in the northern part of Azerbaijan. It's the second highest one. Actually, I think it should be like 3,900 whatever meters. Dubrar is in the south. It should be like 2,000 something. And Gızyurdu, if I'm not mistaken, is on the western or southern part of Azerbaijan. So, what does Bazar Düzü mean? Good question. Bazar Düzü, well, Bazar has a meaning of like bazaar, or Bazar also is known as the Sunday. And Düzü means like a flat place, you know, like a flat location, like flat path, flat road. So it basically is like bazaar and flat place. I don't know how they came up with this word, but yeah. The next question is going to be the name of the place which is shown on the photo. Answer A, Shaki. Answer B, Naftalan. Answer C, Gobustan. And answer D, Ganja. Let's see what we got here. So, I'm trying to see if we have anyone who's going to guess it right. So I'll repeat the answer. I'll repeat the answer. The name of the place, which is shown in the photo. First, Shaki, Naftalan, Gobustan, and Ganja. So we have here, Greta says Gobustan, Freda says Gobustan. The answer is indeed Gobustan. Well done, guys. That was a good one. That was a good answer. So the answer is C, Gobustan. Well done. Shaki is the city which I was telling in the earlier on, and Ganja is the second biggest city, and Naftalan is where the oil baths are happening. Actually, I have to charge my phone, otherwise it's gonna be dying, and if I don't have my phone, I cannot read the comments. So I hope it is actually charging right now. I believe it does. So yeah, guys, good answer. Next one, let's see, which is known as, the fourth question is, which is known as a tea producer city? First one, this is actually difficult because I put all of them starting with L, so it's going to be kind of difficult for y'all. First one, Lankaran. Second, B, Lerik. Answer C, Lahuj. And answer D, Lökbatan. So let's see, what are we going to be getting from these questions? Let's see what we have. Answer A, Lankaran. Answer B, Lerik. Answer C, Lahuj. Answer D is lökbeten. So, let's see what kind of answer we are getting here. Alexa says A. Greta says Lankaran. What is Lankaran? A. Freda says wow, guys, you are actually pretty good. Well done. Like, I didn't even know that you guys would be like listening pretty attentively. So, respect. Lankaran is the 4th biggest city and located in the southern part of Azerbaijan and is known as a tea producer city. And this is my favorite question. This is something typical, but obviously there's no like right or wrong answer. And the teacher says A. Yeah, well done. It is actually A for Lankaran. This question is my favorite, as I said. I mean, there's no right answer. So the question goes like, when an Azerbaijani man gets bored, what is he doing? He drinks vodka. He plays cards. He goes to the tea house. Or he is doing gossips. So try to guess the answer. When an Azerbaijani man gets bored, he drinks vodka, he plays cards, he goes to the gossips. Or he does the gossips. I don't know if it's even possible. So let's see what we get here. So the teacher's saying A. Oh no, the A was the previous one. He just saying all. Fred is saying C, which is goes to the tea house. Alexa says D. What is it? Gossips. And Greta says gossips. Well, I don't know why my phone is like pretty late, but yeah. Anyways, so guys, I'm gonna be repeating the question again for those of you to make sure. The question number 5 is: when an Azerbaijani man gets bored, he drinks vodka, he plays cards, he goes to the tea house, and he does gossips. So when I made this presentation a while ago, I was thinking the answer is actually supposed to be goes to the tea house, but I am going to be agreeing with the teacher username. All, I believe it is correct, but I don't think that Azerbaijani man would mix the vodka part with the goes to the tea house. And I mean, he can go to the tea house and drink vodka. That would be a possible option, but I don't think he would mix the tea with the vodka part. So my initial answer was C, but after getting inspired from you guys, I believe the answer should be all, not just goes to the tea house. But yeah, initially I thought about initial goes to the tea house, but Azerbaijani man drinks a lot of vodka and they do a lot of gossips and they do play card, which I cannot. Well, I mean, I can play some basic stuff, but I mean, I'm not really good at it. So I don't know if I'm the real Azerbaijani man. So, and goes to the tea house is also an option. But yeah. Anyways, let's see what is the next question that we have on the list. One of them. Okay, this is now we are gonna see if you guys have been following the channel for the past. I don't know when did I start like doing the whole these Learn Azerbaijani episodes. Like 2016, I believe. So for the past 4 years, I don't know when you guys joined to this channel, but for those of you who has been here and actually know the story, at least have a bit of knowledge in Azerbaijani. One of them is in Azerbaijani. Okay, guys, I'm gonna tell. Hold these 4 sentences. I'm not gonna be reading them because I might make mistakes, so I don't wanna actually kind of give out the tip, you know. So let's see who actually has been following the channel properly and know that we are. Let's see what we have here. So okay, one of them is an Azerbaijani. A, B, C, or D. So here says C. Greta says AC is Turkish. No, wait. Greta says A. And then she says AC is Turkish. Feda says B. Alexa says B. Okay. let's see. Let's see what we have. I'm trying to like scroll this here and I can't see it. So, okay, one of them is an Azerbaijani. Let's see what we have. Okay, the correct answer. Okay, well, let me actually translate. This whole sentence here means I can sing, and I believe the first answer, A, should be in Kazakh, if I'm not mistaken. The option D is, I think, Romanian, if I'm not mistaken. Option C is Turkish, and option B is Azerbaijani. So the correct answer is Mahnı okuyuram, which is B. So let's see who got it right. Freda said B, Alex said B. Greta didn't get it right. You were right. C was actually Turkish, but A was not Turkish. So the answer is B, Azerbaijani. And I think this should be the last one. Yes, and the final question is going to be, which of them has not happened in Azerbaijan yet? First, European Games. B, Formula 1. C, Eurovision Song Contest. And D, Winter Olympics. So, which of them has not happened in Azerbaijan yet? Answer A, first European Games. Answer B, Winter Olympics. Answer C, Eurovision Song Contest. And answer D, Winter Olympics. So let's see what we got. So guys, let's see who is going to be. For some reason, I'm receiving the comments like pretty late, but I hope you guys can get it right. I'm gonna be repeating the question again. I feel like I'm in this Who Wants to Be a Millionaire show, you know. So, which of them has not happened in Azerbaijan yet? First European Games, Formula 1, Eurovision Song Contest, Winter Olympics. Freda says D, Greta says D. The answer is, drumroll, it is actually D. You are right. I feel like all except C. C has happened. Eurovision Song Contest has happened in Azerbaijan, as I said, in 2012. It was part of the slides, so I'm sorry. But the correct answer is the Winter Olympics has never happened in Azerbaijan. And here there were some tongue twisters that I had, but yeah, guys, thank you very much for all of you who joined, who was part of this whole journey, you know, with me. I don't know how long I have been here and then doing the presentation. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all of you guys joining in, tuning in. And I am actually going to be putting this private Azeri classes link again for those of you who are still interested in learning Azerbaijani. Please go ahead and click the link below and let's get it rolling and let's learn Azerbaijani. You know, I'm going to actually go to here to national symbols. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, do not hesitate to answer or ask any questions. As I said, I am dropping down below the link for the private Azeri classes, lessons. Amazing opportunity to go out there and improve your Azeri skills and take it to the next more much serious level. We are here to help. Go out, fill out the questionnaire, and let's see if we're the right fit. We can work together with. We have currently, I believe, over 10 students who are currently taking the classes, and my partner who has been working with international students. She has like over 10 years of experience. So I definitely highly suggest you guys go out there and get the classes, learn Azerbaijani. When you're traveling to Azerbaijan, perfect time to use this opportunity. I mean, obviously not now, but like when the whole situation goes back to normal, it's a great move. Do it, and you will not regret it. We have had students who has taken those classes and now speak actually way better Azeri than me. Obviously, I'm talking about like 2 years ago. I have started this channel a while ago, and we still keep continuing with the classes. I mean, but we have had like over, as I said, like 10 students who has taken the classes and improved their language skills, and now they're living in Azerbaijan, working there. I don't know, students, just travelers. So yeah, it's the perfect opportunity, and we are actually the only one who's doing this. So why not to use the opportunity? And because I know that like the number of materials online is pretty like uh, it's not like enough. Let's say it's not enough. So this is the amazing opportunity to get out there and improve your skills, and help each other. So you can also share it with the people that you think would learn, and to go out and check the link that I mentioned and apply for private Azeri classes. We are here, and thank you so very much for tuning in. For I don't know how many people has been here since I started. I think it's going to be almost like 2 hours period, who has been here with us. Thank you guys very much. Thanks for being loyal to the channel. Thanks for checking the videos. I do really appreciate every one of you guys. I have been literally reading every comment, responding to every comment that you guys have mentioned, and trying to consider every options that you're giving for the channel. We're guys, remember that we are a really small family here, just over 3,000 people, and every single comment that you guys are sharing with me like means a lot to me, and I'm trying my best to help you guys out and share this free content. Like as you can see, like my channel, I'm not even sharing any ads in the channel, just trying to keep it like as low-key as possible and share everything with y'all. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episodes. Bye guys. Thank you very much. And that's it. Stop streaming. Bye.